Alright, here we go. B&J's Custom. This the 81 Cutlass Calais. This is the first start up. We tried to crank it a few times. I had to go get the battery charger and put it on there. I think it's having an issue with this battery, but at the same time, we're gonna go ahead and crank it up or crank on it, work the bugs out, see what we got going on. Sorry about the angle and the picture of it, but at the same time, somebody got to work the motor and somebody got to turn the key. So I'm gonna prop you up right here, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna crank on it. All right. Crack it a little bit. I did. Almost. Alright, fired off, but it didn't run, so that'll be attempt one. I'm gonna play with it a little bit, check a few more things, and then I'm gonna come back to the video. We back. I ended up putting the mass airflow on there. In its position, it's not in a perfect position, but I got it in another position, and we're gonna go ahead and give it another try. This is attempt 2 to get it started on the 81 Cutlass.
Start up, see what we got.
Alright, that was attempt 2. We getting somewhere. I'm gonna check this mass airflow sensor. I'm gonna adjust this idle air control. I'm gonna play around with it. Should be able to get it to start. Like I said, right now I need to play with this idle air control right here. Maybe switch that valve out and then play with this mass airflow sensor, and we're gonna see, can we get it running for you.
Stay tuned for part 3 coming soon.
Alright, we back. We're gonna try something. I tried a few things. Let me we're gonna switch places, and let me get over here and work this throttle, and so give me a second to get set up, and then we're gonna go ahead and go for attempt 3. Go ahead. That's good. It's in that. Alright. Just what I thought. What that proves is it'll run, but I'm having an issue in the throttle body area. I had to do a little fabrication to the idle air control to make it go in that slot right there, because that's an aftermarket throttle body. So we're gonna tinker with that a little bit and try to see, can we get it to start, because the idle air control, what it does is actually when the car gets ready to start, it'll open up the throttle a little bit, and I have to figure out all the way how that works, because this is a throttle a cable setup that goes, a cable that runs in there to the gas pedal. And I think what the idle air control is supposed to do is it's actually supposed to crack it a little bit, just so it can idle and run and get a little air, and then it's supposed to start out high and then idle down low. But I think what's happening is it's not opening the throttle at all. So when we get ready to start it, it'll fire off, but it'll suffocate because it doesn't get any air in there. So we're gonna do a little tinkering with it. Might have to take that aftermarket throttle body off and put a put one that actually comes off of a one of these motors on there, because the setup is already in there and it should run right. So that was the third attempt. It is running, but I have to kind of make it run by keeping the throttle open. So we're gonna try a few things, and I might wrap that video up right there, or I might come back and show you once we get it running and cranking pretty much off the key by itself, which it cranks off the key. It just, you have to give it throttle for it to run. So again, this is B&J's Custom, Dallas, Texas. This is the 81 Cutlass. She is running like a monster. Y'all know you heard it. This is the 6.0 LQ4 that was bored out to a 6.2 with the ls3 top, the 823 heads, the ls3 car intake, ICT, power steering bracket. I think we got a Corvette water pump on here with the spacers behind it to line it up to the truck setup. Got the Speed Engineering long tube headers. For any of y'all who are interested, the Speed Engineering long tube headers were the only ones that I was able to find that would fit this car right here. But if you fit them on this car here, you're gonna have to do some modification to them on the passenger side. I'm trying to get you a look at them. They long tube. We had to take them off and put them back on several times and heat them up and bang a couple spots in them to where we could slide it past that frame down there and slide it past that A-frame. And we got them in there and got them to fit like they're supposed to. But these actually are some really good headers. So if you want to use those, I'll have to get the part number and put it in the video when I edit it. They actually fit really well. They fit even better over here on the driver's side. Let me see if I can get a little light over here. They fit even better over here on the driver's side. And like I said, we're gonna do a little tinkering with it. Now that I know that it's running, it will run. I'm gonna be securing some of this wiring back here, getting all that cleaned up, because I never clean up the wiring until I know the engine will run. But again, it's B&J's Custom. It's the 81 Cutlass with the 6.2 in it. Get at me, like, subscribe. Any questions, comments, anything, get at me. We out. Go again. This is about let's see, probably about 20 minutes later. As you can see right here, we ended up changing out this throttle body to a factory throttle body setup. That way everything should be working like it's supposed to. It should be opening and closing the little spots like it's supposed to. So we're gonna go ahead and give it a try. Let me pause the video real quick so I can grab my gloves. Alright, I'm back. Grab my gloves. We're gonna go ahead and crank on it and see what happens. Here we go. Go ahead. Hit it again. there it go. It's camming over and everything. But right now, it's an open header setup. I mean, the headers are open. We'll have no exhaust on it right now. I gotta have a complete exhaust done on it. But I gotta figure this situation out with the throttle body, because like I say, for some reason it's not starting and running. The throttle body, I'm not saying for sure, but I might have to have that computer retuned, because I just remembered I had it tuned for, I think, 50-pound injectors, or 52-pound, no, 50-pound injectors, and I actually ended up putting 52-pound injectors in there. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it, because a lot of time when the injectors is putting out more than what the computer knows, it's not putting enough air in the engine to compensate for the extra 2 pounds of fuel that's going into there. So that's just a little scientific lesson about these engines when you have them tuned. Of course, I'm gonna probably have to take it back to Nick. Show me the back of the computer. Have to take it back to Nick at Crowbar Customs. We had this computer tuned by him. He probably gonna have to put a couple touches on it, and that's why, you know, he told us. But it's always important to go ahead and get those injectors and everything tuned in for exactly what you're gonna do for the engine, because we ended up not finding 50-pound injectors. I ended up finding 52. So like I say, I don't know if that's a cause of it, but we're gonna have to work that out and figure that situation out. And since everything is still doing the same situation, I'm gonna go ahead and put the other throttle body back on there, because I think it looks better because it's already black. And so there it is, 81 Cutlass Calais. Here's the
this is the throttle body here. This is actually a 90mm throttle body here. This is manufactured through G Plus Performance Parts. Mostly you see these on eBay here. Like I said, you know, we will have to do a little bit of tweaking. The throttle position sensor actually fit in there like a glove, fit in fine. But the idle air control, we're going to have to kind of ream this out just a little bit here, or just kind of find one that'll work real good with this here, because when we use the factory one, which is the factory idle air control here, it doesn't go in all the way. So we had to kind of modify this up here. This supposed to fits real flush, and unfortunately this one here doesn't do that. So I'm just going to have to ream this out just a little bit here, not too much, just so enough that it'll fit like it's supposed to, and then hopefully we'll be all right. And like I said, this one definitely look a lot better. It actually goes with the car a lot better than say the factory one here, because this one we just tried this on just to see what happened. You know, I mean, it kicked over a little bit quicker, but you know, but like I said, we still got the same little issue. So, but a little bit more tweaking.
So we're gonna tweak on it, tweak and twerk on it, whatever you want to call it, and we're gonna go ahead and end this video. But like I said, get in my comments. I mean, get in my I'm gonna leave my contact info up here. B&J's Custom might be taking a little hiatus in a little while. I'm gonna try to go and come back with some bigger and better things, with a bigger, better shop. That way I can get production moving a little bit faster than what it is. Give me a shop built with a couple lifts in it, and so we might be taking about a 6 month to a year break from this. I hate to do it, but I mean, it's probably gonna end up happening. I'll tell y'all a little bit more about that when I know a little bit more about it. Just time to do bigger and better things. My production is moving really kind of slow, and I want to be able to speed it up and get me a couple lifts and a couple of other equipment, some more space in the shop that I need. So, you know, I got to go back to work to do that. And so that's just a little bit more about that. But before I leave, I'm gonna be finishing up these few last projects I got going on. I got this car here to finish up. We're gonna be bringing you videos on this car, running, driving. We're gonna be bringing you videos on the 72 Cutlass 442 that's in the welding shop right now, getting over there at Jim Jeffries Customs.
Out there in Terrell, Texas.
Out there in Terrell, Texas, and we're gonna be getting that out of the shop here pretty soon. It's getting the floor, the firewall, a couple other little things that was needed on it, welded up and cleaned up, and we're gonna be having videos coming from that pretty soon of it running, driving. I'm gonna be doing the 96 Impala with a 6.0. I'm gonna be doing that here pretty soon. I think Mr. Jones here is gonna be doing his 98 Suburban, and we already got his motor here built, ready to go in. That's actually what this throttle body right here and that plate came off of, just so we could test it out. That's pretty much it. Appreciate y'all for watching. Like I said, I'll put my contacts up there. Get at me. Any questions, comments, cares, concerns. I really don't care because I'm going to do what I do anyway, no matter what you say. But it is what it is. But we appreciate y'all watching. B&J's Custom, Dallas, Texas. Get at me.